And on today's video,
and I think it should look like ownership. If there's a part of relationship that's especially messy, like own that aspect of yourself and like be committed to working through it. We're ashamed to be seen struggling.
We sio DJ, we sio photographer, we sio MC, sio ni wewe mtu wa kuandana tu hapa mtaa.
Is it just me, or is employment starting to look more like a scam every single day?
It's a winding road. And we're just all figuring it out. You're winging it, the ups and downs, you know? It's a mindset thing.
welcome back manze to the Radar Files. I am your host Kamakawa. Yo frache. Manze, it is the bitter things in life that matter. And today's video, it is about civilization. What does civilized mean? According to my search engine,
Civilized.
At an advanced stage of social and cultural development, or the second definition, the one most of us understand, polite and well-mannered. Click the subscribe button down below, because tunaanza like this.
Please take your seats. Arise. You pick it as you're raising down. Sit down. Very good. Then arise. Very good. You see, you rise up as you're lifting up the lapels. Are we together? Are we together? Yes. Are we together? Yes. Now, you, when you're sitting down, please take your seats, gentlemen. Arise, gentlemen.
Hi, young man struggling. Hey.
Let's practice it. Let's practice it.
Is it just me, or is employment starting to look more like a scam every single day? You give up the best hours of your life, trade your energy, your creativity, your health, all to make someone else richer. They call it opportunity, they call it security, but what's security really? One email and you're disposable, one restructure and you're redundant. We've been sold this idea that a steady job is the safest path, but safe for who? Definitely not for the employee who's one bad quarter away from being cut loose. Definitely not for the person whose paycheck barely grows while the company reports record profits.
If you ask me, I don't think employment is a scam. Employment is something you get into when you have a plan. Even when I think about it clearly, employment is actually a form of slavery. It was just a rebranding of the term slavery. Nowadays, it is just that it is slavery with options. Slavery if you are willing to get into it, and if you are willing to get out of it, they also let you go.
And the worst part, the script never changes. Work harder, be a team player, chase promotions that come with slightly bigger cages. Meanwhile, the people at the top cash out. They brag about culture and remind you to be grateful.
It was not until when I created some form of employment that I understood the necessity for employees. And if your employees do not have that type of environment where they need to upgrade and move to the next level, it actually deteriorates the company, and the company eventually it plummets. So, this situation yote, I will not like to think that it is bad for people to get into jobs or to find employment. How I think about it is like they need to have a plan. They need to have an idea of what they are getting themselves into.
Oh, God. Employment.
I mean, it's not very many people who have the mental capabilities of thinking about creating a job and following through on their idea. So, employment is actually the easiest way that they can afford to live the life that we are living in this system. So, if anyone is telling you that, employment employment sijui ABCD is terrible. Nonsense. Just remember that this is a form of civilization. This it was put into place so that the system can actually work. And who does the system benefit? Yes, the business person. Usikuja hapa tena kuleta stories it is the oligarchs sijui who. Even you can start a business today and become that oligarch. What's holding you back? What is holding you back? Never be in that ideology. Your mentality in poverty we are being oppressed. Nonsense. We don't do that. Kwa radar files. Alaka we ni radar farm. You know how we always keep it. We keep it centered on awareness and on the ideology that we know what we are doing and we actually have a plan. Kwani.
Do you know the most comforting thing about your 40s? Is realizing the world is just winging it. Everyone is just winging it. Nobody has got that master plan or that.
God damn, this guy is 40. I'm a few years away from 40. What do you mean you're 40? 40? God damn, you look like you are 16, say. What?
That manual. One person is in New York closing $1 million deal. Another one is in Westlands Googling or using AI to find out how to make friends at 47. Somebody's crying in their car before work. Someone is in therapy for the first time. Someone's falling in love. Somebody's grieving their life that they thought they would have by now. Same decade, complete different timelines. But here's where we are. Scrolling Instagram thinking everyone has it figured out. I have some breaking news for you. They don't. That friend who has it all is probably lying awake at 2 a.m. wondering if they are a failure. The true story, owning where you are without shame. That's the true story.
Very true.
Not pretending that you've cracked the code. Because truth is, no one has. Not your boss, not your favorite celebrity, not even the TikToker who swears he or she is living their best life while eating KDF and strong tea for dinner. Listen, I don't have an issue with KDF and strong. So stop racing imaginary opponents. Your journey is yours alone. Celebrate the weirdness, the messiness, the beautiful in between. And just remember, kumbuka, life is not a straight line. It's a winding road. And we're just all figuring it out. We're winging it, the ups and downs, It's a mindset thing.
Manze, one thing that I usually like about listening to older people, it is the wisdom that they have. These people have gone through life, and when you just sit with them and they talk to you effortlessly, you will gain a lot. So, for instance, what we have gotten from this guy is, you might think that people have this system figured out, but not most people have it figured out, or even very few have it figured it out. Have it figured out. Because everyone is just winging it. This is the point where civilization comes in. It is this system that we were given that it is this system that we are given where everyone up to their older age is still trying to master it. Is still trying to emerge at the top. And you will realize, due to our African values that have been eroded, most Africans who actually get to the other side of the finish line, they rarely create a situation where everyone else can actually come out of the same system and emerge winners. The lack of these systems is what keeps Africa under control by other countries. Unaweza sema hapa hivi by the IMF bank, by whoever out there. But at the end of the day, it is your mind that allows you to navigate this system. If your mind cannot be completely civilized, you are going to cause chaos in this system, or you are going to find that you've lost hope, because hope, it is something that we were given through our cultures, and when you have been uprooted from your culture, you realize that the hope that you require to navigate life erodes. Other than that, keep your mind steady, keep your mind focused and sober, so that you may be able to emerge better than you are the other day. Hapa hivi hatu competing na anyone else. We compete with ourselves.
Sasa kama hauna pesa, tujedi unaweka ya nini? Ati turasta. We sio DJ, we sio photographer, we sio MC, sio ni wewe ni mtu wa kurandarana tu hapa mtaa. Tujedi ya nini? Ushida ukitwa suspect. Tunywe tu ukae decent. Wakati utapata pesa, utakuja tu uzifuge tu vizuri na zitakuwa tu smart. Achana hizi zinakaa kama zinaweza ngoka tu anytime.
And this is how people get civilized. It is because of these ideologies and the system that this guy has talked about that civilization is input in our blood. Nilisikia hapo hivyo juzi kwa a different comment. One of our subscribers hapa hivi kwa Reda Farm is one of the most consistent Reda Farm hapo hivi. Acha kwanza tumpige shout out. Alinikumbusha kitu moja specific that we are living in a concrete jungle. Manze, shout out bana hapo hivyo tu Gamer 254K. Manze, big up sana hapo hivyo alituambia buildings Buddha ni concrete jungle, and the video we were just reacting to, this video it is all about civilization, and we are being civilized to exist in this concrete jungle. And to exist in this concrete jungle, your appearance actually matters. Usikuje hapa hivi tena kusema sijui we should embrace being that. Yes, embrace being that, but know that people are going to judge you, and if you cannot deal with the judgments, kama utakuwa mse wa kiburi hapo anze kukimbizana na law enforcement, hiyo sasa ndio itakuwa the biggest issue, kwa sababu itakuletea mambo utotu dread manze, itabidi usema vizuri kabisa.
It is social media making us smarter or dumber.
It is making us dumber because it's that sort of like confidence bias where like you're relying too heavily on online information rather than like integrating your own experiences and also like other academic sources as well.
What would you say the dumbest thing that social media has convinced us of?
If he or she doesn't do this, then he or she is not the right one.
Do you think social media is making you dumber, or is it making you smarter? For me, I always use social media in a very manze, the words are going. How do I get to this state where they are just spewing words in English bana? This is the other part of civilization. Hawa inaka wako in the upper class of the Kenyan system, because these forms of English you don't easily come by them. Kama umetoka huko hivi kwa tumetoka, kama ni lower middle class ama upper poverty class bana, ai. But they are really spilling some truth hapa hivi. Social media can make you dumber if you are choosing to entertain things that make your brain rot, things that are not adding value to your ideology, adding value to your life. And if you are just using it for entertainment 24/7, wesijui utakuwa civilized ukue nini. You'll just be a cabbage seated on the couch. The irony, bro. I'm just sitting on a couch, bana.
That's so problematic. You're now putting expectations on how relationships should look like. That deters you from taking full ownership over your own relationship. It introduces a lot of shame and doubt. We're having the conversation of how should love look like, and I think it should look like ownership. If there's a part of relationship that's especially messy, like own that aspect of yourself and like be committed to working through it. We're ashamed to be seen struggling through it, because like relationships are portrayed to be something that is meant to be easy. Now we're having another discussion of how hard is appropriate before it becomes toxic.
It also creates the illusion of
Kwani has this video been forwarded? Can I say it better than the way that these chicks are saying it? We always encourage these forms of values kwa hii channel yetu, because you will realize that whatever they are saying is not all relationships are based on a particular merit, that this is what you should do to get a successful relationship. Na hiyo ndio kitu moja tunashindaga tumesema hapa when we tackle these videos where women are being outrageous about certain expectations.
of separateness, how things should look like. And that's like lifestyle activities you should be getting up to. There's a separateness, or there's like a threshold that you should reach to be worthy.
God damn. That is the point with which we should be civilized. Unasikia venye wanaongea hiyo kizungu. Mimi sijui nazoongeaje hiyo kizungu hivyo. I don't know if it is practice. ama it is just the environment that you are in. At the end of the day, we are all being civilized, na pesa yenye we are being civilized with is all that matters. So make sure you are making the right decisions, and if you have gotten to this point of the video, you are the reason why this channel is growing, and I hope your video manze imekujengea siku. And without further ado, YouTube thinks you might be interested in the video on your screen at the moment. Click on that video. I'm waiting to see you on the next one.